pretty good baseball team, the Lightning, which was pretty good, but not quite good enough during the season. And so for the second year, we had a little competition between the South Lake Chamber and the Leesburg Chamber. And I'm going to ask Ray Sanfratello to come forward and tell us a little bit about the happenings and how things turned out.
Well, we're winging this, folks. As you remember, last year we put this bet together, and the bet was that if the whatever team won the season series would win this trophy. And this trophy, if you recall, is this little tiny, I call it evil voodoo bobblehead doll. And so last year we beat the Lightning in the series. No, wait a minute, we lost to the Lightning in the season series, but we beat them in the standings, we won the playoffs, we won the championship, but we didn't win the voodoo doll because they beat us during the season. So we argued about this through the winter, and then when we made the bet this year, Jan said, no, it's going to be who wins the season series.
It's called the Lake 27 series.
Yeah. Okay. So anyways, it reversed this year. We beat the Lightning during the season series 5-4. They beat us in the division, and they also won the playoffs, and they're the champions of the league this year. So the other part of the bet was that a donation, and you forgot about this probably, there has to be a donation that goes to kids camp. And so next year, I guess you'll have to send one of our kids to Lake Sumter Community College's kids camp. So the other part of the bet was that the chamber board that loses would have to come to the other chamber's breakfast and serve the board of directors breakfast. That's what you're seeing over there, and that's what they're going to proceed to do in a couple minutes. So our board gets treated very, very nicely today. And we also have a double agent up there someplace, Ron Wallace, who serves on both boards. So he's going to serve himself and kills two birds with one stone. So this is going to be the transfer of that evil doll over to us from the Leesburg Chamber, and I'll let Jan talk a little bit about what she sees as the notion of what we're trying to accomplish here.
Thank you very much. Glad you all came out on a fabulous Chamber of Commerce Day, which is what I say to my board, my contact breakfast folks every month. I'd like to introduce my board that we're able to get down here tonight. Jay Evans of the City Manager, Diana Bowles, Citizens First Bank, Roseanne Brandenburg, many hats, Lake Sumter Community College Foundation, Teresa Solomon, Lake and Styles Magazine, Tim McRae of Healthy Living Magazine, and of course our beloved Ron Wallace of the Daily Commercial. Double agent. And I am Jan Zakarchuk, the exec of the Leesburg Chamber. And it is with great distraught that we will be handing over the beloved Lake 27 series, of which this guy makes fun of all the time. But he seems to want it, doesn't he? Anyway, we have kept it in our window, dusted, cared for a year. I am now going to turn it over. I thought it was a fun rivalry. Thank you, Ron, for all the visibility you gave this worthy cause between our two teams. Anyway, with great sadness, I turn the Lake 27 series bobblehead over to the Clermont Chamber. Right?
You got to see the eyes on this thing. When we were interviewing at the Daily Commercial, I swear to God, this head started moving on its own. As we talked about it, the more she got excited, the more this head started bobbling around. But you know, the minute we got this thing after the season series, they turned around and got hot. They won the playoffs, won the championship. So this thing, there's something about it. So I'm concerned about what we're going to do with it this year. So Ray, could you help me here?
No!
Mayor David Yeager said, I got the solution for you. He says, I've got this cage, and we're going to make sure this thing is in the cage and it's not going to cause no harm to the South Lake economy. And you know what? And I'm going to blame the staff for this, but you know what bird cages are for. And you know what you usually put in the bottom of bird cages.
Oh, that's not nice.
And if you look at the front, Jan and and I in the daily commercial are going to be on the bottom of the birdcage, voodoo bobblehead, swinging on a perch for the next year. Now, hopefully it'll turn our luck around here in South Lake and we'll get our economy roaring. And we look forward to the challenge next year. We really appreciate the good fun of the Leesburg Chamber Board to come down here and my board of directors to come here to be served this morning. So thank you all. It's good to have some fun once in a while, and we appreciate it.
This is Scott Kyber reporting for It Pays to Shop South Lake and the Great South Lake Chamber. We just concluded the breakfast for the August South Lake Chamber meeting. I'm with Bruce, who's going to tell us more about the trophy passing over from the South Lake Chamber to the Leesburg Chamber.
Thank you. We're excited to get the Florida Collegiate Summer League Championship trophy back. Leesburg had it 2 years ago. Clermont had it last year, and now we're getting it back this year. So it's been in Lake County for 3 years, and I think that's quite a feat because actually it was the first time one team won the championship in the history of the league 2 years in a row, and it was bound to be us, one of us. And next year we hope to free the bobblehead from the cage.
Thank you so much.
So with great sorrow, I pass over this big trophy to the Leesburg Lightning through the Leesburg Chamber of Commerce. We do have the bobblehead trophy for the best record in the season series, and we intend to keep that for the next several years, and we are going to bring this trophy back to South Lake next year. And I know Jan Zacharchuk and the Leesburg Chamber think differently, and I'm just curious to hear what she's going to say.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate getting our trophy back, and home is where it will stay in Leesburg. Thank you so much.
Well, you're more than welcome. Anything else from anybody else there? Mr.
Wait till next year.
Go Mavericks.
Go Mavericks. Yes, go Mavericks.
Thanks, guys. Great season. We'll have the trophy back next year, though, so enjoy it while you have it.
Thank you.
Go Mavericks.